Hey people, this is day 15 for the seeds and day 16 for the transplants, and I won't zoom in on them because it makes the video much more shaky. But you can see a good start on the pumpkins over there, and then these rows here that I have to check the first planting video because I forgot what's what here and which order. Here's the cucumbers, I remember that. I'm afraid the row right next to the cucumbers with the one plant in it is green zucchini, which is unfortunate because we never get enough. And then there's the peppers and the pole beans behind them on the pole, next to the pole, and they just about, look at the size of them in 2 weeks. They got almost as big as the pepper plants, which were already started. Now these, I remember, a yellow squash, which these are our favorite anyway. We have them with eggs for breakfast and with dinner with fried chicken and all kinds of, you know, there's a dozen ways to use them. So we never have too many yellow squash, well, except for 1 year. There's not a lot of flying insects out here, which isn't necessarily a good thing. I don't know if it's just bees that do the pollinating or whether other insects do it too, but we don't have a lot of insects, so hopefully. Now here's the new tomatoes that I picked up yesterday. Wayne wasn't in, but I think these, according to the little sticker, are what we wanted. It doesn't say low acid on them, but they are the orange ones, so I think this is them. Unfortunately, I checked to make sure that every pod had a plant in it, but it was only a 4-pack, so on the way back from camp meeting we'll have to stop by there and pick up a couple more plants to fill this row. There's the chives, horseradish. Garlic is doing very well. I'll step back a bit so you see how tall that is. There's no signs of scapes yet, but they'll pop up, and it is still the beginning of, well, early June. Today's the 10th. So there is plenty of time. I looked at some pictures from last year, and it was like July and August when I was plucking garlic scapes, so it's a little early. Here's some of the tomatoes, early girls. Here's another early girl with this really funny looking things down there. I guess it tried to flower too soon. I mean, these are not early girl. I think they're like, you know, too soon it flowered. It flowered when it was at the greenhouse, and I didn't pluck those flowers, I guess, and that's what happened. So there's some more pole beans back there. They're doing good. And here's a couple of more something. I can't remember. And here's 2 more rows of something else. And well, I can't remember what they are either. But everything was due to germinate in 7 to 14 days, and like I say, today's the 15th day, so this is probably what I'm going to be having. But it looks like it should produce enough. You can see I just hoed and raked, and the ground is very wet. We had 8/10 of an inch, and then 6/10 of an inch the night before last, and it's still unpleasantly cloudy, and yesterday was really cool. I think it was 66 was the high. And today I'm sweating from doing this because it's humid, so it still might not be that warm. Looks like I am going to have a few potatoes that stayed in the ground from last year. Otherwise I'm going to let this area go back to grass because it doesn't get enough sun to plant anything worthwhile. So if it doesn't turn into a potato patch, I'll have to get rid of it. And here's the long view of the entire garden. And I'll be back in a week or so, and hopefully we'll have more pollinators, and hopefully it won't stay wet for too long. We really do need a couple of dry out days of sun. Okay, have a great week. Today's Tuesday. Bye-bye.